Alright guys, let's take another crack at this Zeiss Ikon that Nicholas sent us as a challenge lock. There's no key for it, but I have managed to pick this miraculously, and it was an accident. And that's because you really can't tell. There are only 5 pins, but looking at the top of this well-used lock, you can see it's got some honest use. This was installed on a door. This was probably the outside and then probably the inside here. But you can't tell the number of pins because Zeiss Ikon does a good job of polishing that and finishing it on the bottom. The other thing that you can't see, you have 5 pins on the top and you can't see it, but there's also a little pin right there, and I believe that pin is more for key tensioning, to keep the key perfectly level as it goes inside of there. It doesn't really seem to serve a security purpose, but it did throw me because it will keep the core from turning even after you have picked this lock. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get it to cooperate and get it picked for a second time. Alright, I'll try that, and I will try to use again a standard hook. Alright, a little bit of tension. Zeiss is very precisely manufactured, so you got to be really light on the tension. And I'm on pin 5. And it is a mixture of spools and serrateds. Very gently trying to set that last one. I'm just trying to get one click. I got one click out of him there, and that's all I'm going to go for. Now I'm going to move down the stack to see if something else is binding. And it is not. So I'll go back to that last one. Give another click. Come on. Alright, that's one. Let's see what else we got. Okay, pin 2. Got a click out of him. Okay, that was pin 4, and I felt a very slight turn on the core. So we're moving in the right direction. Let's see if anybody else is bound up. Pin 2 again. I think he's set. I'm not going to push it. Okay, I touched pin 1 and I got a slight turn on the core, so we got a false set going. I just touched pin 3 on my way to the back, and the core turned again very slightly. Now on these Zeiss Ikons, the edges on the serrated pins are very sharp, so if at this point if you try to apply a lot of tension on the tension wrench, it will lock them into place and seize up the core. You won't be able to go any further. So don't get too excited, keep light tension and let the lock talk to you. I'm on pin 3. I'm getting some counter rotation. Tells me he's probably a spool. Trying to get under him. Okay, I got a false set, so I set him. He's definitely a spool. I'm going to the back looking around. Nothing, nothing. I'm on pin 2, little counter rotation again. So the other spool. Okay, I believe he's set, but we've lost our false set. There we go, I touched pin 5, we got our false set back. Okay, I'm on pin 3, counter rotation. Okay, again, I think he's set, but we've lost our false set. And we got it back. Pin 2 that time is the one that was holding things up. Okay, I'm on pin 5, a little bit of counter rotation. And we got him set, I believe. So it might be a mixture of serrateds and spools, or perhaps even serrated spools. It's really difficult to say. What I can tell you at this point though is it feels like the top is completely picked. Everything is solidly in place. And this is usually where I'd give up and say I put too much tension, I seized the core. But on a whim, I took my pick and I pushed it along the bottom, and I had no idea that there was a detent down there. And when I did that, pushed him in place, and voila, we got an open. I was amazed because I had no clue that there was any kind of detent on the bottom. So in effect, it's like the Everest lock. or the Vero lock with that extra pin. So pick the 5 on top, and I guess this would go true for a lot of locks that I've picked lately. I think I've got them picked. I got some kind of obscene fault set, and it feels like everything on the top is seized up. I think from now on, a common practice is going to be to run that pick along the bottom and see if there's one of those little detents holding things in place, because it seems like more and more lock manufacturers are using them. Anyway, just one more tip, one more little trick to put into your black bag of tricks. Anyway, Nicholas, thank you, sir, for the lock, and another lesson learned. Everybody else, stay safe, stay legal.